When you're reaching out to these individuals, obviously we start with reps, but for someone, we're not talking about being the Pfizers or the Medtronics of the world, small or mid-size. If a rep reaches out to you before the interview and you could be the hiring manager that they're talking to, how do you view that? Do you respond typically? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I would say I make an effort to respond personally or to hand off to someone that I work with, right? So if they reach out to me and I am like, hey, I may refer them to my district manager in the area. And again, it does matter the content and the way that they reach out, right? But I've had multiple contacts. It's not as common as you think, where they reach out to me and say, hey, I'm potentially interested in this role. What I will say though is like, it's funny because a lot of times the follow-up is not great. So I'll be like, yeah, hey, sure. You want to know more about this? Like, what do let's set up a time. And the follow through on their side has to be good because I just don't have a lot of time to track that stuff. So, yeah, if you're going to do it again, like it's a good opportunity, but it's also potentially like, hey, if you're not going to like follow through on it, then it doesn't look great, right? If you're going to do it, be ready, which is kind of going back to what you said, like strongly agree with, know what you're trying to get into. Be very specific and targeted in medical sales. It's just not the industry to be like throwing out you're just not going to have a lot of success. Like you need to be very clear with what you're looking for and why. That's an important component. And again, there's so many applicants, but again, if you're going to stand out, it's going to be like, oh, like this person is reading the job description. They are writing their cover letter according to the job description, right? Like that's, and look, I mean, to be honest, remember, and I don't think this is anything that no one knows, but I'll just say it anyways. Like there is a screening process that has to take place, and there are professional people who do that, right? And they have an objective way of doing that and making sure that by the time it gets to me, I get a certain set of criteria. It's all very objectively done. And again, if you're going to bypass that, you should just, honestly, the simplest answer is to, well, how do I read the job description? What are they asking for? What does the job responsibility require? And then what on your resume makes it seem like you can do that?